All right. So, the fuck is going on here? References mixin extras. Project cannot be built until build path errors are resolved. You've gotta be kidding me. I should probably import this into IntelliJ, shouldn't I? God damn it. How did I do this the other times? Oh, I can select. Ooh, wait, I can select. This is probably not a great idea. Hold up. Hold the phone. Project. Right, module files near .class path files. Keep project and module files. Their project format. And created. Blah, blah, blah. This isn't gonna work. I'm just gonna absolutely destroy and mess everything up. Select Eclipse projects to import. Oh, Lord have mercy. Why is there like 5 different ones? Duplicate names found. Wow, no kidding. Use default project code style. Yes. Please select an SDK. I have, yeah. Yeah, open it in this window. Do you explode? If you explode, I will be upset. I don't know why there's a generated thing. It's configuring everything. All right, let's see. Was it as simple as that? Probably not. Okay, let's fade through to here. Everything seems to be mostly working. We're gonna wait for this to go. This is also a very long overdue migration of the code base, so Found invalid Gradle JVM configuration. Please fix Java home environment variable. Oh, really? No, fuck no, that doesn't work. I need to run this as administrator, and then I need to set X if it will even. It has noticeably decided not to. Hello, run as administrator, are you okay? There we go. Yep. When you feel like showing up. Yes. No. What window do I even have open? Okay, but like, we should be fine now. I set the Java home correctly. I fixed it. I should probably wait for this to finish. Oh yeah, it's downloading everything that's needed. Okay. We're actually getting places here. Please. Oh, and then it's okay. It's actually building. It's going. Holy shit. The one thing that I wanted to do is in the combat context, which is going to be actually, I think it's under here. Right, because there's a damage calculation. The damage calculation should store the current stage of the calculation. That's what I want to do, which might make it better to do certain things. Are you okay? What did you just do? You did like 5 million things. Oh, and I'm gonna have to go through every file and fix it. That's what today's gonna be. We're gonna be going through all of it and getting it all up to code. Once it finishes indexing everything. And then I will probably need to generate Eclipse runs and stuff like that. Ooh, look at that. We are in business. And look at that, we got tasks to build. We don't have... You can do that. To generate the IntelliJ runs, which I would appreciate doing. Should this be an at not null? Or non-null? Non-null, excuse me. Yeah, that's what it needs. Holy moly. Alright. We're gonna worry about tasks later. I'm gonna go through everything. There's like... I'm gonna say pre-init there. There we go. That's what I wanted. Result of method call ignored. Alright, cool. Okay, this is redundant. What is this? If type is a classification term, A is not necessary. Stop telling me this. Shouldn't it be, oh wait, I see how I messed this up. This should be at code in here. I don't know why that still is, that, I guess, I don't know, whatever. Okay, cool. We got this one, we got this one. Overriding method parameters are not annotated. I didn't do shit. Oh, overriding method parameters not annotated. Oh, that's for. I get you. Annotate same parameter of overriding methods as at non-null. Okay, yes, this doesn't need to be public because it's public by default. We know that. Method applies to is never used. All right, if you say so. And then, yes, simplify this. What did we have before? If did you negate it and stuff? You do. Yes, you do. Okay, I see, I see. Because you invert this and you invert this, and then we can have that. Cool. NDD resistance modifier. There is so many files we're going to go through. I'm going to be here for the next 9,000 years. Adaptability. Method remove added immunity. Remove a type added as an immunity, not same as removing immunity from the target. Can I suppress warnings unused on this? I can. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I import static? Should I import static? I have it right here, actually. I don't understand. We have a lot of this. Entity to get creature types from stack to get shield distribution from entity to get combat tracker from. Oh my gosh, now I have to do this. Public is redundant. I don't know why these are public. Overriding method parameters are not annotated. First, we got that. Oh, I have parameters are non-null by default up there. Wait, then why would I need to put non-null here? What the hell did you just do? Undo annotate overriding method parameters as at non-null. Wait, what the fuck? No, don't do that. Oops. No, don't disable the inspection. That was an accident. I don't know where the fuck that was. Okay, so that's not it. Oh, here it is. There we go. And now this is what's weird. Oh, so I need to put at non-null here. What happened to my class type, bro? Boom. What do you mean I have an unnecessary semicolon? Oh, I have an unnecessary semicolon there. Alright, so I don't need that. And now that we're done with all of that, we're gonna go into here and we're gonna fix all the problems that this thing has. This can be final. It should actually be final. This makes a lot of sense. Alright, optional boolean used as a type for field adaptability toggle. I mean, that's intentional. Explicit type can be replaced with this. You want to just do this. And I guess I have to do the same thing. And I just plop that right there. You're damn right I can. Okay. That's intentional. It's all fine. Typo in Word. Fuck your typo bullshit, buddy. This should be final, I guess. Yeah. The type should also be final. I don't see that changing. All right, what do you want? Add this to the dictionary. Add that to dictionary 2. Method invocation to string may produce NPE. What the fuck do you mean? Sorry, return special ready. Otherwise, it will return the name set ready if neither a valid null is returned. Oh, this isn't. This is just a record. I can make this. Well, actually, it doesn't. Yeah, if I. No, because the registry name can be null. This entry is registered already. It will return its official registry name. Otherwise, it will return the name set and set registry name if neither a valid null is returned. Yeah, you know what? I think that's fair. All right. Explicit type argument. Oh yeah. Where's this? Image distribution. New tuple. I guess I have to accept the new diamond syntax finally. I need to fucking calm down. Not what? What do you mean? Whoa. I don't know. What do you mean? Where is my compare to? Actually, it should be here. What do you mean? I don't see any nonsense that says this should be annotated. Not annotated parameter overrides at not null parameter. I think it's in the implementation of it that I would need to fix it. Wait, no, because that's the fuck? Annotate parameter, oh, as not null. But wait, in the damage type comparator, doesn't that just... Oh yeah, it doesn't actually check if the other is null. Okay, so then it should be not null. And add that to the dictionary, because I don't feel like fixing it. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. What you got for me? Static method static method declared final. I guess, yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. Typo in word smited. Smited is valid. We're not smoting. Custom damage type. This one's never used, but I'm leaving that there. For now. Is it unused return value? Nope. It is. Okay, cool. Which one? You know, while we're there, we might as well do that. Alright, and now we're here. We gotta fix all this shit. Alright, so first up. Is marked unstable with @beta. You're fucking, I don't give a shit. Press for parameter. I guess. Okay. Condition projectile is not null, covered by subsequent condition projectile instance of entity. That is true. That is true. Method invocation .mat may produce null pointer exception. Wait, how? Oh, wait, because this can return null. Can that return null? The thing is null, return null. Ooh, true. Null used for an optional type in return statement. Wouldn't it be better to just return an optional empty? Am I okay? Wouldn't that make more sense? Because if I'm passing in a nullable, if I'm passing in null here, I would want, see, look, if you pass in a null projectile, it's going to return this, right? So if you pass this, it should also just return, like, it should, in order for the contracts to be consistent with each other, if this is returning an optional, an empty optional, if null is passed in, the rest should as well. Private method declared final, I guess that's fair, alright. And then I have to go into here too. Oh, ooh. Yeah, we're still here. Okay. Okay, so this is fine. The word is normally spelled as one. Oh, I see. Referencing subclass source-based force diff and superclass initializer might lead to class loading deadlock. What do you suggest? Hello there. Static initializers, but it won't. It hasn't. It hasn't before. It won't now. Suppress for field. And do it for here too. So you're in Java, but do you know C#? I am learning C# actually. I might, depending on how fast this goes, which it probably won't. I was gonna actually be doing some C# later, but I'll probably be doing that next week instead because I realized I have to migrate this entire project over and fix all the warnings because the warnings bother me. But yeah, so I'm very new to C#, so I'm very much learning it. Instance method call classified for unqualified. You're right. It's not qualified with this. So what makes you ask? If statement can be simplified. Oh yeah, I can just return. I just return this. Method get potion may produce null pointer exception. Why is that? This does nothing. Would you like a real world application to work on in C#? What do you mean? What effect is poison? If the potion effect, why would the potion effect not have a potion? It wouldn't. So I will replace with this. I guess theoretically. The gaming community I'm in is facing an ever-growing problem. We need an application to manage large data set. What gaming community are you in? Okay, yeah, this can be static. Do I have a way to, do I have an initializer here, a static initializer? I guess it doesn't really matter. We can make this diamond syntax. This is fine. Infer the type arguments. Clone hero. Oh, I know clone hero. I've heard of it. Yes. Our library is getting rather large. Mine is over 100K in songs now, and I have a bit over 32K in duplicates. This sounds like an SQL problem, not a C# problem, to be honest. Like, it sounds like you need a database. But carry on, carry on. I'll at least listen. Instance method call to get types without this, dude. Fucking add this. Replace this with is empty, which I believe was right there. Yes, it was. And we will turn this into diamond syntax. Because I am of the impression that it probably should be using that. You know, while I'm here, this can be final. Specified. Return value of method is never used, which I believe is in set default. So I'll make the suppress warnings unused return value. Got that out of the way. That doesn't have a problem. This obviously would. Oh, replaced with more robust logging. You're probably correct. You're almost certainly correct. The amount of shits I give is, but whatever. Arrays dot stream. All right, fine. I'll be a good boy. E dot get stack trace. This needs to be get. Dot for each. This should be fatal. Something went horribly wrong. Okay, yes, map it. Functions dot toString function, and then fatal that out. That's correct. All right, so instant effects. Oh, that's correct. All right. Typo in the world, Ender Pearl. You can kiss my ass. My idea is to have a WPF interface for beginners and advanced users to have control on how our libraries are managed. Many options are needed to satisfy every situation. I have much of it roadmap, and much of the module much of the module layout itemized. So if you don't mind me asking, what incentivized you to wander into random coding streams to ask people about this? Just so I understand where you're coming from here. Okay, all that's done. All that's done. All that's done. The API package, cha-ching, migrated successfully. Does it make sense to do these first and then these? Probably. I'm almost at the point where I can plug it all into AI like Cursor to just pump it up. I'm not sure if I can trust it to do it. That's fair, right? Like I wouldn't trust AI to do anything correctly. Especially because as someone who I take it doesn't have a whole lot of programming experience, you wouldn't know what to do if things necessarily went wrong, which is like I think the biggest problem with AI coding or vibe coding as it is. That's what I probably want to say. If any coders are interested in making a mark in the gaming community, being praised for solving a problem we all have. I mean, I see where you're coming from there, right? But allow me to ask, was your idea to hop into random coder streams and like what was the thought process there? Just to be Because just to be transparent, you have to understand someone popping in and being like, "Hey, do you want to work on this thing?" is not like you're not the only person to have done it. And while you may have a valid reason for it, a lot of people will hop into smaller streamers' streams to spout, whatever it is they want to spout, right? So please understand where my hesitation comes from. It's not that I'm not necessarily interested or at least hearing you out, but, I gotta watch out for myself. Every coder has their reasons, right? Exactly. Also, I unfortunately could not do it for free. I could not financially justify spending however much time is needed to do this entire project. I would not be able to do that. You see an issue and you're trying to find a solution. Absolutely. I totally understand, right? I can respect that. Oh yeah, it overrides it to do that. I get you. Oh, this is projectile. Some say AI is fine, others say never use AI. I think the use of AI in programming creates a problem where you now have a black box. It's going to create what I'm going to call a black box problem, where you're not going to know how the code actually works. And so when it breaks, you're going to be kind of out of luck in terms of how to fix it, right? And that's typically something that is highly encouraged to be avoided when programming. Because when you run into that problem, when programming, you can't fix it. And so entire infrastructures will just fall apart if you don't know how the code works because you can't fix it. This is why senior developers, senior programmers, can get kicked off a team because management thinks they're not needed, only for management to realize they were the only ones that really knew how the code worked, and then something goes wrong and management needs to bring them back.
and then it ends up looking like they've just made a massive fool of themselves, right? AI has just allowed anyone to create that problem, which I think is not a great idea. I don't know what to do, honestly, but I don't really want to spend a crap ton of time learning code just for one app. I do get it. Shouldn't there be at least some people in the clone hero community that know programming? You'd think, but no. Really? That's fascinating, because I don't know, I'm not familiar with the clone hero community. I only know of it because of some YouTube video I watched of someone, I think, trying to do like image recognition to like have a bot play clone hero, I think. Something like that. If there was, we would know by now. This problem has been going on for years and no tools to help. Interesting. Interesting. Again, unfortunately, I can't say, like, yeah, I'll do it without any kind of compensation. I would not be able to financially support myself developing this project for free. It would be financially ill-advised. And I wish I wouldn't have to make it like that, but I'm already close to broke as is. Some can, some can't. It's all good. No worries. I hope you end up finding someone who can get that to work out. Or what's the word? That's not really what I'm trying to say. I hope you can find a group of people passionate about the clone hero community that actually have like a large motivation to want to, work on the project like that. Because it sounds like the project would do a lot of wonders, right? Best of luck out there. Well done to people get this done. I get you. That I do. What you could do is, yeah, you might have to do a lot of programming, but there are programming communities that might be able to help you. At least fix any sort of bugs or whatever you come up with. And coding's a good skill to learn anyway, to be honest. So, I would encourage you. Right, and then this is gonna need to do it on the implementation. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I'm sorry. What? Where is? Oh, there's an extra semicolon there. Why is there an extra semicolon there? That's weird. I like how I can't even see this. Yeah, nice. Oh my god, it finally loaded. Right, can I actually see the source here? Oh, right. Editor and preview. Wow, look at that. There we go. Anyway, where were we? We are here. We'll just leave that like that. I don't feel like changing that everywhere. Welcome back. How goes things? Alright, so now we got that. Mob resistances. Alright, so now I'm gonna do, I guess I'm gonna do the implementation. Oh my god, and I still have all this shit to do. All so that I can do the smallest thing. So we're doing this next week. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, but it gives me something to do. You don't have any problems. You have 4 with an explicit type argument. What do you mean? That fixes it here, right? God knows where that was. That I just annotated that shit. Okay. Oh, that's for I know what this is for. This is for the default distributions, which extend these things. Yep. Oops. Non-match? What do you want? Can we replace with all match? Fucking fine then. Holy shit. Alright, so, replace that, replace that, replace that. Right, that's the only reason why that was a thing. Okay, now we're on this. How many things could we have? Just a million of them. Alright, this can be final. This can be final. This can use diamond syntax. This can use diamond syntax. Explicit type arguments can be inferred, so we can get rid of that. Local variable tag is redundant. You're so right. Why not just return this? Optional.get without it is present check. Where the fuck is this? Suppress for statement. Sets the intersection can be replaced with .is empty. So this can be is empty. No, wait. This needs to be. It needs to not be empty. Right? Yeah, replace it with not is empty. Okay, cool. Optional get as double without is present check. Where are you? That get as double. Right. We're gonna do suppress for method. Return unnecessary as the last statement in void method. All right. Wait. Mark calculation as complete and end calculation early and hurt callback. What? That's just like not correct. What the heck? Capability implementation DDD combat tracker. Is that really what you say right now? We're line 194? Yeah, if the shield distribution is present, mark calculation as complete and end calculation early and hurt callback, it still needs the current calculation. And it ends it in the hurt callback, which is over here. Oh my god! I know how this happens! Okay, there's a bug where there's extra armor modifiers being applied and they don't get removed. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Why does that happen? This is why that happens. If the damage gets reduced to 0, this return is not going out here. This return is going out here, which means we still continue with the armor calculations, but then in here, the damage is less than 0. So we don't apply the armor mods. Which can cause it to pop early or not early, or either way, it doesn't quite work how I want it to. Basically, if the damage is 0 and we're ending early calculations, we're coming out of here and out of there. We don't want to do any of this. And that's where you want the actual return. Because we don't want to do armor calcs if it's 0, because why bother? Why bother classifying all this armor and stuff if it's 0, right? Like, get the heck out of here. It's gonna be replaced with expression lambda. Oh, wait, you can just one-line it. That's what they're telling me. And the same thing here. You can technically one-line it to do that. All right. Unnecessary unboxing. I guess that's right. Yeah, because if the new damage is not null, then we know there's a value. We don't need to do that. Is empty, unnecessary to string call. And this is where we set thing, right? Wherever it was. Oh wait, no, that's default armor distribution behavior. It's not default whatever. I guess I don't need that. Whoa, wait, what? What do you want then? I don't know what you want, but you ain't getting it. Replace this with diamond syntax. Continues unnecessary as last statement in a loop. Continue is unnecessary as the last statement in a loop. But if you remove this, then this goes here. So really what it wants me to do is it wants me to invert and say if it's not 0 or we allow. So if it's not 0 or we allow 0-weighted entries, right? If the second one is not 0 or this allows 0-weighted entries, then we put it in. Otherwise we just ignore it. Right, okay. Where are you? String builder can be replaced with string? I guess you're right. True facts. Why are you highlighted green? Thank you. It can be set to if you have it. Okay, simplify it. Yeah. If you're not flammable or we get it. Right, because if it has the key, this will be false. If it doesn't have the key, if this is false, then this is true. And then it shortcuts. But if this has the key, then this is true, which makes this false, which means it evaluates this. Okay. All right, now what is this? Contains all. Yeah, that's fair. And then this will make this, we'll suppress it with that. I think I want an else, actually. If it's adaptive originally, adaptive amount original key. If it has the adaptive amount original key, then we get the adaptive original key. Otherwise, whether it's adaptive originally is just dependent on whether or not it's adaptive right now. Thank you for the hydrate. Statement lambda can be replaced with expression lambda. What the fuck? Like that. Hydration complete. Okay, so that's the implementation. We're gonna quickly run this stuff so that I can call the capability package complete, and then we're gonna wrap there. Okay, so this can be final. This can be replaced. Overriding method parameters not annotated. Static method declared final. What? How did that? Method declared final in final class. Oh, that's gotcha. Private field instance is never assigned. How did I make that blunder? All right. Method add mob cap blah 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 is never used. This one right here. I don't really want to get rid of anything unless I really don't see a use for it, but like this is currently not used, but it could be, you know? So I don't want that, right? Unlikely, but like we still have that framework and that flexibility. Our resistances capability distributor, we can get rid of that. That's pretty easy. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. All right, that's the distributors package and the capability package. We still have 5 million other classes to look at. Yay! All so that I can do like a 10-minute change. What's a resistance distributor? All right, a resistance distributor. Well, a resistance distributor depends on, like, what's a distributor. This is what I'm calling a distributor, this abstract capability distributor. What it does is all the way over in some event, not this one. Actually, I will be right back. Okay. Basically, the gist of it is this this will distribute one of DDD's capabilities to whichever entity needs it. So I have a whole set of things that will. I have a whole set of distributors that will distribute their corresponding capabilities to each of the entities or stacks or whatever. And so a resistance distributor is distributing mob resistances to whichever mob requests it when they are initialized. All right. That's basically the gist of it. So I'm gonna wrap it here. I don't really got much else. I'll be back tomorrow with Stardew, and next week we'll continue working on this, and then maybe we'll get to some Stardew modding or whatever. But it looks like this is gonna take a bit of time. So yeah, good stuff. Good progress was made in migrating it. I'm gonna quickly go. And I will check you guys out later. All right, peace out.